When it comes to life, I feel like we try so hard to inflict our will on how everything should be every single moment. And I really have found a lot of peace lately in the concept that I'm not on the incorrect path. I'm not doing things wrong in my life. I am on the path and I am experiencing things that I want to experience and certain things that I don't want to experience. And I'm making things harder on myself when I'm trying to say that my life should be a certain way right now or it should be a certain way in the future. It's not up to me. It's not up to you to decide how life is going to perfectly be. We do have some control over the way that it's tailored, but the overall ensemble of life has nothing to do with us. That is the process of God. God creates how the whole ensemble will look like, and we only worry about the stitching. We worry about the designing of it, and we don't get to always decide how everything will perfectly look. This is the thing. Whenever we pray for something or manifest something, this is a spiritual law. We're going to manifest wanted and unwanted. You're already experiencing wanted and unwanted right now, but having more money is only going to cause more wanted and unwanted experience. And then having your relationship with the person that you really want is only going to cause wanted and unwanted experience. Everything that we manifest and create will only create these polarities of positive to negative circumstances for us. So why do we think that we can ever achieve this perfect state of bliss and perfection in life? Something will always be right and something will always be wrong. So we might as well appreciate this moment right now. We might as well be resourceful with the things that we have in this moment right now. We might as well be positive in this moment right now. We might as well take pleasure in the things that we can take pleasure in this moment right now. Learning to go with the flow, learning to be part of the river, part of the current of life, is being able to trust God. To not have to fully understand God, and to really just see that God is mysterious and very mystic, and that's really a spiritual principle entirely, that spirituality cannot fully be understood in a scientific, logical way. You have to be able to focus on the fact that it'll happen. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. It'll be the way that it should be. And we have to learn how to accept each moment as it should be. You didn't get this job, it's the way that it should be. You did get the job, it's the way that it should be. You feel like you don't belong at this job anymore and you quit your job, it is the way that it should be. As the moments keep coming, it is the way that it should be. And we should learn how to accept it more and then only work on things that we can control in that moment. Because the first step is always going to be acceptance. You have to first accept this moment. But sometimes you will be able to tweak or control certain things, but the overall picture of how your life is, it's a lot of things that are out of our control. A lot of things we just need to accept. You cannot control in the future your health. You can be healthy, you can exercise, you can take all the medicines and herbs and do all the things. You still can have a random illness. You still can have a random injury that causes an illness. You can have a random freak accident. It doesn't matter. So it's like, why not just experience life now and be happy in the now? And as the now becomes the future, in that moment, still do our best to be happy, to do our best to be peaceful, because we never know what's going to come. And we don't have full control. You don't even have full control over your organs right now. You're not consciously telling your body to do what it's doing right now. If something shuts off or stops or doesn't do what it's supposed to do, out of your control. If something comes in through the window or comes in through the door, it's out of your control. You can only deal and adapt in the moment and go with the flow in the moment. I think we have to learn how to dance with life. Dance with the fact that there is this thing called the law of rhythm. There is this thing that states that life is going to have its mountains and valleys. And we have to learn how to dance and learn how to use what we have in the present moment to create and find that peace and joy. There's a video game that I really liked called Ghost of Tsushima. And basically you play as a samurai and you go around having to help different people and do a bunch of stuff, right? And basically way the game is played, you set like a point that you want to go. Like you have a goal location. Like I'm trying to go over here to do this thing. And while you're playing the game, the way that you navigate there on the map is that the wind shows you which direction you should go. So if I set my like location that I want to go on the map to the east, that's where I'm trying to go. The wind will guide me on the screen of where I should go with the samurai. And I feel like that's how we should learn how to live life, is that God isn't always talking in words. It's sometimes we have to learn how to see the wind in the direction that it's going and be able to follow it to our desired location. But we're not worried about how we're going to get there. We're not worried about what we come across, because when you play the game, you might come across someone that you need to help while you're on the way to your desired location. You might come across enemies on the way to your desired location, obstacles, mountains, valleys, things you got to go over, bridges, and just all this stuff in the game. And when you're trying to get to that desired location, you cannot control what's going to be in between you and that desired location. You can adapt and make decisions in the moment, but the overall scheme is already played out. All the things that are there between you and your desired location, it's already there. And you have to learn how you're going to deal with those moments as they come and be able to trust that I know that God is directing me in the wind, and I will follow wherever the wind takes me. I'm going to go through this moment, and I know I'm going to end up at the desired location. If you can have a lot of more trust that the universe knows what it's doing, and that your life does not have to be hard, and it doesn't have to feel hard. And even though there will be difficulty, you don't have to get into this like depression. You don't have to get into this like everything, nothing matters type of energy. That you can learn how to even appreciate the moments that are not so good. You know, I've had to learn how to deal with this balance while I've been in college. Like, there's been the financial issues, the familial issues, the social issues, the academic issues, all this stuff that I've been through. But really, it was all about my adaptability and my presence with each problem or each thing I came across. Presence in being able to manipulate certain things to the way that I desired, but anything that was not manipulable, anything that I couldn't like control, I had to really, really learn how to let go of that. I had to really appreciate, you know what? I have certain things right now that I have. I don't have certain things, you know, and I have to be able to trust the timing of it. I feel like when it comes to the signs that we're supposed to follow when it comes to God, what I have learned from tons of spiritual research and tons of just observation of my own life is that God talks to you through your own intuition, meaning that you have to learn how to feel and acknowledge the feeling. You have to know what you know. There's no way to give you this sense of what the intuition is. It's just a deep-rooted feeling of what to do. It's a deep desire that I think I'm supposed to be here, and I think this is what I'm meant to do. It's a feeling. It's something that's slightly pulling you towards it, and it doesn't go away. And it's something very natural and innate. You don't necessarily have to have people around you telling you what it is or social media telling you what it is. It's like an innate pulling towards something. Or it can be an innate avoidance of something. It's like, why am I avoiding this thing right now? Your intuition a lot of times can tell you to avoid something or telling you to go towards something. Another way that God will speak to us is through patterns. The universe has cycles. The universe has patterns. Our life has patterns. And if your life is going through a certain pattern, it's trying to teach you something. It's trying to show you something. If you can acknowledge the pattern and observe it in your own way, you'll be able to be redirected to your desired location. The thing that's holding you back is the pattern. If you notice what the pattern is in your life, you'll be redirected right directly to your desired location, your desired goal, where you want to be in life. You'll directly be guided there if you can just focus on the pattern. Do I have this pattern where I keep avoiding people that try to love me? Do I have this pattern I keep trying to, whenever somebody offers me something good, I say no? Do I have this pattern of abandoning my needs as soon as I get into a relationship? Do I have this pattern of giving up on a goal right as it starts to get boring or it's too much work? What is the pattern? If you can give up the pattern, God will give you what you need to get to your desired location. Another thing is dreams. Your dreams is your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is the doorway to all spirituality within yourself. Spiritual capabilities, the things that you can do in this human form, it's going to come through your brain, your subconscious. Your subconscious works so well with the spiritual realm, and we're able to receive and process things in the spiritual realm. And this is also often very done through our dreams. Our dreams is a processing of the spiritual realm, but it's also being mixed in with our logical mind, and we're able to form a picture of what the dream actually is. And dreams will tell you a lot of information because the subtle energy of the universe is being pierced through your subconscious mind, and you're able to process that into something like a movie. It's telling you something. All your dreams are telling you something. They're telling you something that's going on in your life actively, something that happened before, something that will happen. So it's information. It's information from a ton of different things I won't even go into in this video, but learn how to listen to that as well. Your dreams, your intuition, and the patterns around you are gonna guide you to that desired location. These things are the wind that I talked about before from the video game. The wind is the intuition. The wind is the patterns. The wind is the dreams. Questioning is okay because a lot of times when we can question, it could lead to expansion in our life where we can expand out further. But don't question too much. Don't question so much that you get into analysis paralysis of something and you don't even take action, because if you are not actively living life, life is not actively going to unveil stuff to you. You have to play the game of life in order to get the rewards of life. You can't observe life so perfectly that you master life. You only can master living by living. You can't master living by observing. That being said, go with the flow, find your flow, be in the flow, and understand that if God is the ocean, you are the drop in the water. So if I take a drop of water out the ocean, we realize that this drop of water is no different than the ocean itself, okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do those amazing, beautiful things. If you got to the end of this video, I want you to leave a wind emoji, like that emoji of that girl blowing out some wind. I want you to drop that in the comments. And I thank you so much for coming, like being at the end of this video with me. And I'll see you guys in my next video. See you later.